U.S. has an outstanding bill for $2 million from North Korea for the medical treatment of Otto Warmbier. The American college student was comatose when North Korea released him from custody in 2017, and he died shortly after the U.S. brought him home. Warmbier's parents say that he was beaten and tortured in North Korea. Sources say U.S. diplomats had to promise to pay that $2 million as a condition of his release. Joseph Yun was the diplomat who went to Pyongyang with orders to bring Otto Warmbier home. Joseph joins us now. And sources also tell us that he was the one who received that bill. He joins us now from Washington. Ambassador Yun, thank you so much for joining us. I understand that you cannot comment on the specifics, but the bill for payment, this $2 million payment, was given to you in North Korea. Can you describe what your instructions were when you went to North Korea to retrieve Otto Warmbier?
Well, thank you, Kristie. Good to be here. I mean, as you stated, I really cannot comment on any kind of diplomatic negotiations and details of those. But what I can tell you is that, yes, in 2017, June 2017, I went to North Korea under instructions from then Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who asked me to bring out Otto Warmbier, who was very sick at the time. And, before I went there, North Koreans gave me no sign that he would indeed be released. So once I got there, I had to do some negotiations. And I was, he did come out. Very, very unfortunately, he died 6 days later. And so this is really remains a very sad story in our North Korean dealings.
It is a very sad story. The U.S. President Donald Trump has taken to Twitter this morning, U.S. time, to tweet about this. And he writes this. He writes, quote, "No money was paid to North Korea for Otto Warmbier, not $2 million, not anything else." He goes on to say this is not the Obama administration, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Ambassador Yun,
yes.
Is it true that no ransom was paid?
Well, certainly, I was a special representative for North Korea policy until a year ago when I left State Department. I retired then. And when I was a special representative for North Korea policy, we had a number of Americans in prison in North Korea, I think 4 in total. And we never paid any ransom money. No money ever exchanged hands, certainly when I was there.
And the fact that North Korea presented you this bill for $2 million for the hospital care of Otto Warmbier, a U.S. citizen who they detained and was comatose, I mean, that just seems to be so remarkably brazen. Were you shocked by that?
Well, again, Kristie, I cannot publicly comment on whether they did present a bill or not.
Okay. Now, North Korea has taken hostages before, and other U.S. diplomats from Bill Richardson, Bill Clinton, they have managed to secure their release. Ransom payments. Is this how North Korea does business with hostages?
Well, I do think there has been past history of U.S. government, not just in North Korea, but elsewhere, having paid some ransom money. This is a tough issue, how to deal with that. We have a life and death situation, and we have families here. So it is not really black and white as what we would like to think. And certainly, it would be very nice if every country had a policy of not paying, but some, of course, do pay, others don't. And we are always caught in this dilemma.